6:27 a.m. Up and grateful. Up and grateful. We don't go check our small tenants them. You know, go collect rent for all this place, South Africa.
When we say that these ones cannot read the room, he's very much aware that currently tensions are very high between South Africans and Nigerians. He has the audacity to go into his social media space, gloat, because that's what they're good at, hey? Gloat on how he owns about 80 RDP houses. RDP houses that rightfully so should be owned by South Africans. RDP houses that South Africans have been applying for to no luck. How exactly did he acquire 80 RDP houses without any illegal activities in between? When we call these people out, when we call them names, when we say that they are criminals, they are fraudsters, they are money launderers, they are extorters, they are invaders, they are drug traffickers, they are human traffickers, some of the South Africans come at
guys, how are you all doing? So I want to make a remark on what is actually happening on social media between Nigeria and South Africa. So a Nigerian guy wake up on social media posting that South Africans want them to leave their country. This is his house South Africans are renting. He says that South Africans want them to leave. He will make sure he evicts South Africans from his building. South Africans got angry, and mind you, this man owns a lot of RDP houses. RDP houses are houses built by the government to its citizens. Some of these houses, when they build to them, they would sell it again. So they have sold these houses to some of foreigners in their country, and now they are blaming foreigners for owning RDP houses. So who are you going to blame? Are you going to blame the buyer or the seller? Most of the times when South Africans complain of how foreigners are taking over their country, they always blame foreigners, but they fail to blame their own people, because most of their people are the ones selling their properties to foreign nationals. All right, look at what is happening. This South African lady is actually explaining that this guy cannot acquire all these numbers of houses with just pure money, legit money. That means he's into drug. It is drug money that he's using to buy all these houses. You see a lot of reaction. You need to go to South Africa social media space and see the way they are dragging this Nigerian man. To me, if I want to add something about what this guy just did, he came at the wrong time. This is the wrong time to be boasting about you owning properties. You want to evict Nigerians in South Africa in the house. Right now, Nigerians and South Africa, their relationship is not good at all. Your consulate is trying to amend this relationship. You people should just keep your mouth shut at this moment. What was the need for you to come out and show people that, oh, South Africans are renting in your house, you will evict them? Is this the time to say something like that, guys? Is this the time to say something like that? Now look at the social media space.
There's a gentleman, I don't know, his name is Scooby, I don't know, or Scooby-Doo something. He says he bought RDP houses and he's renting them out and he's going to evict people. You're enjoying it. Close your mouth. Because now you're going to see. If you're enjoying corruption, shut. SLPS doesn't work. Use about to learn a valuable lesson, sir.
Good morning, guys. I read here where you say that you guys do not own RDP houses. They are owned by foreigners. Here's the question. Since you notice this, that the foreigners are the ones who own RDP houses, not fellow South Africans, have you taken the matter up with law enforcement agencies to see whether those people illegally occupy those RDP houses or not? And then have you checked the people who gave them those RDP houses? Have you checked these things first? Because my worry here is that we'll always blame foreigners for the mess of us as South Africans. It is a South African who give these people jobs. It is South Africans who give the foreigners their own spaza shops to rent and run. It is fellow South Africans who also date these people who also somehow marry the foreign nationals, and you are going to blame the foreigners for this. Coming back to RDP houses that you say are owned by foreign nationals, what did you do about it? Instead of coming here just to complain, please answer me frankly and honestly. Thank you very much.
How exactly did he acquire such? Because even for one to legally sell, even if he's to come out and say he actually bought those 80 RDP houses, which is highly impossible, but even if he was to come out and say that for one to even sell his or her RDP house, it would actually, you should actually have stayed in it or owned it for about 8 years. Money does not like noise, but we actually get pleasure from people who decide to make such noise. Guess what? We wouldn't have known had he not come out and say and spoke about this out in the public, because now we at least know that there are 80 houses that South Africans must actually go and occupy. And he even goes further and states that he's actually renting them back to South Africans. He then does not end there. He goes into the social media space asking for South African forgiveness, saying that we should not scrutinize him, asking that we should not chidima him. In South Africa, when you seek attention, when you want attention, attention is what you're going to get. We demand those houses back. And we demand accountability. Whoever is involved in him acquiring those 80 RDP houses must be held accountable.
6:27 a.m. Up and grateful. Up and grateful. We don't go check our small tenants them. You know, don't collect rent for all this place, South Africa.
There's a Nigerian based in Cape Town. He owns 800 RDP houses. Our people are paying rent to him. Now, you must tell me, what type of government do we have? There's others here. When I campaign, when you go to Terfontein, our people are renting houses from Nigerians. What type of government do we have?
But clearly that's a policing issue as well.
No, it's a leadership issue. It's a leadership issue. If you are not leading for the police to do what's right, then we're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
I went with the MMC of Public Safety last week, Saturday, to Hillbrow and to Uville. People are renting from Nigerians. A guy said there's a Congolese guy who comes here once a month to collect money for rent. And at the back of that house, they are selling drugs.
Sure.
And you say, our government knows these hotspots.
In as much as we are blaming some Nigerians, we are blaming South Africans, but guys, please, Nigerians, let's do better. Let's do better. You see, it is this our mouth that is putting a lot of us in trouble. Let's do better. At this point, I will tell you that this guy is wrong. Don't post videos like that when you know there is hot tension. Your ambassador is trying to solve the problem the Igbo king created. Now you guys have started another one. It's not fair. It's not fair. You know, when Nigerians do something right, I will come here and say it. Someone was dragging me in the comment section saying, I'm supporting Nigerians. I'm not supporting anybody. I'm supporting the truth. If Nigerians are doing wrong, I will always come here to call them out. Like now, I'm calling that particular guy out. He's wrong 100%. Now South Africans are saying, oh, how come he owns this house, numbers of houses if it's legal? He doesn't think him owning these numbers of houses is not legal. Can you imagine? Sorry about my background, okay?